We love a great FAFO moment, and I have another one for you. First, some background. 65% of the state of Alabama voted for Donald Trump. Alabama is in the top 10 poorest states in the United States related to federal poverty level. While many of these voters sit behind their computers and celebrate Elon Musk cutting waste, little did they know it was going to impact them. This week, over 250 residents in Huntsville, Alabama received a notice from their electric company that they were going to have to pay an additional $100 surcharge. The explanation for this was that Donald Trump's recent executive order ended a $1 million grant to the utilities company to help these customers pay for their electric bill. Leaders in Alabama are furious because they said this is counterintuitive to Donald Trump's promise to lower energy costs.
I voted for him for lower grocery prices. He promised me cheaper prices and groceries.
You do not get free health care. You do not get free health care.
Explain something to me. I live in Alabama, and
another FAFO
bill usually averages between $200 to $250 a month. Can someone please explain to me how my utility bill went from $250 a month to $696 this month? Could someone just please explain that to me? I know.
Let me show you why. Ready? This guy. That's why your electric bill went up. Trump. No more subsidies for Alabama. No more subsidies for red states. Woo!
Over 750,000 Alabamians are going to lose their food assistance tomorrow. And in my opinion, some of this could have been prevented if Governor Kay Ivey would have allowed for there to be a special session in which the Senate Democrats were calling for there to be a special session so they could vote on the state of Alabama to fund the food stamps that they're not going to get due to the federal government being shut down. Now, just so you all know, 750,000 people is a lot because Alabama's population is only a little over 4 million. So we're talking about 15% of the population. And for those who like to claim, oh, these people just need to get up and go to work. Oh, these are lazy people, blase, blase. 2/3 of the people who receive these benefits are people with disabilities, the elderly, and people who are considered low income and have children. Just so you know, Republican states, Virginia and Louisiana, were able to call a special session and voted for their states to temporarily fund their food assistance programs while the government is shut down. Instead of Governor Kay Ivey being a leader and doing the same thing, she instead has blamed Democrats on the federal shutdown and has claimed that the state does not have the money to fund the food assistance program in state.
Alabama, the Republican Party does not care about you. They just announced a plan to cut Medicaid. The state of Alabama is set to lose up to $800 million in federal funds. And if you're not aware, we are right now experiencing a crisis when it comes to our rural hospitals. Over 80% of these hospitals are operating in the red. So if we see these Medicaid cuts go through, then we will potentially see some more hospital closures in our state. Republicans, the Republican Party, they own this. Republican leadership is not being honest with the state of Alabama, and they're not looking out for our best interests.
Okay, y'all, I never thought I'd say this, but here in Huntsville, Alabama, we are certainly regretting our votes for Trump now. Look, y'all, we just got this letter from the electric company that says because of a Trump executive order rolling back Biden-era legislation that our electric bill is going to go up $100 a month. Because of what Trump did. Now, this man ran on bringing prices down for us, bringing grocery prices down, bringing energy costs down, housing, insurance, And none of that has happened at all. This is literally crazy. I mean, it's almost like the Democrats were telling the truth the whole time and the Republicans have just been lying nonstop.
Y'all just coming through right quick. Just want to talk about Medicaid and the state of Alabama. In the state of Alabama, there are over 1 million people who use Medicaid as their health care insurance. I said over 1 million people. That's what I said. So if you take Medicaid away from those 1 million people, what do you think that would look like in the state of Alabama, who is on the bottom just about of everything, y'all? What would that look like to pull Medicaid, and for the poorest of the poor, they won't be able to receive medical insurance or medical health if they need it? What do y'all think about that? Do you care? You know, y'all claim y'all pro-life. If you're pro-life, why are you taking away from the people who are poor? Y'all say y'all Christians. Why are you taking away from people who are poor if you're Christian?
Family, what's really happening in Alabama is a textbook example of how political decisions don't stay theoretical. They show up in people's kitchens, pharmacies, and even emergency rooms. And so Medicaid wasn't some abstract program, family. It paid for insulin, it paid for prenatal care, cancer treatments, and even nursing home support. Now, food stamps weren't a luxury, family. They filled grocery carts for working families, seniors, and even children. Yet for years, these programs were framed as handouts for other people, as a symbol of laziness or even moral failure. And family, Alabama MAGA voters were told that cutting them was strength, that suffering built character, and that somehow they themselves would be protected. But policy doesn't work like that, family. When funding is gone, it's gone for everyone. Rural hospitals don't stay open out of loyalty. Pharmacies don't give discounts based on voting history. Hunger doesn't check party registration. And now we are seeing parents scrambling. Seniors are panicking, and even communities shocked that the safety net they mocked is no longer there when they really need it most. And what's striking isn't just the hardship, family, it's the disbelief. The anger isn't directed at the policies themselves, but at the pain they're causing now that it's really personal. And for years, family, empathy was treated as a weakness. When marginalized communities warned that these cuts would hurt real people, they were ignored, they were laughed at, or told to work really hard. And now that Alabama MAGA voters are living the consequences, empathy has suddenly become a demand rather than just a joke. And let's be clear, family, empathy is human. No one deserves to suffer. But also, empathy without reflection becomes entitlement. And this moment demands a lot of honesty, family. Voters matters, leaders matter, policies don't magically skip over the people who supported them. And Alabama isn't facing a mystery, family. It's facing accountability. The real question is whether this pain will lead to learning, or whether the cycle will repeat with new blame and the same denial. Because family, if empathy is only valuable when it benefits you, then it's never a principle, it's a convenience.